Okay, chord soloing minor swing. Here we go. What's step number one? Inversions, absolutely. A minor six. Well, you got to know the progression first, and I'm going to simplify it to just A minor, D minor, and E7. And then we're going to interpret those as A minor 6, D minor 6, and E7 flat 9 in this example here. So A minor 6, here's our first inversion. Next one, check out the worksheet. A minor 6 and A minor 6. Okay, make sure you can do that. That's step number one. Just go through those inversions, the steps that are necessary. Here's A minor 6. That's with the 6 on top. A minor 6 with the root on top. I'm just staying on the top 4 strings. A minor 6 with a third on top. A minor 6 with a fifth on top. And again with the 6 on top. So make sure you can just go through these inversions. Now for the D minor 6, same idea. Here's D minor 6 with a third on top. And this will all be on that PDF that's already archived on Patreon, but I'm just going to walk you through this. D minor 6, D minor 6, D minor 6, D minor 6. Okay, just make sure you go up and down these inversions. Now for the E7, I've got a great hack. You probably already know what I'm going to say. Diminished 7 substitution. But first of all, I would actually encourage you to learn the proper E7. 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 So those are your proper E7 shapes. Actually, start here, like this. That's a root on top. E7 with a third on top. Fifth, flat 7. And the root. Those are the proper E7, the 4 notes, E, G sharp, B, D. But what I like to do, what a lot of gypsy jazzers like to do, and Django did, diminished 7 substitution. Good job. You know what I was going to say. So here's F dim 7. I'm naming it from the top note. G sharp dim 7. Notice I'm whacking that low E. You can see it vibrate there. B dim. D dim. F dim. Why do we like that so much? Because it sounds awesome. It's dark. Very gypsy jazz, Django. But not only that, look at it. It's the same shape. 3 frets. 1, 4, 7, 10. Just keep adding 3. 13. You just add 3. So to memorize that and memorize this shape. So this little shape here, one of my students yesterday called it the parallelogram shape. And then A minor 6. So that's what we want to do at first, is just to navigate and memorize these shapes. A minor 6, 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 D minor 6, D minor 6, D minor 6. Is all on the worksheet. By the way, make sure you get that D minor 6, D minor 6, D minor 6, D minor 6. For the E7, we could do the proper E7 at first, but I'm going to encourage you that you do the sub, because that sounds good. We already talked about it. It's epic and dark and beautiful sounding, but it's also easy. So, you know, I always say those two things. If it sounds good and it's easy, then why not do it? Actually, on the worksheet, I also show the whole tone scale because I like that sound too. This. Carl, gotta wake up, go to work. Brad, who else is tuned in today? That's the whole tone scale. Beautiful scale for gypsy jazz and Django. But that's not what. And what am I doing here? Side slipping. Just like we're doing this. Right? You go. We want to do that with chords. So again, that side slipping really adds a lot of excitement. Makes it a little bit slippery, you know, to go. And diminish. Always keep track of the chords. D minor 6, A minor 6, diminished, minor 6. And that's to me chord soloing 101 on minor swing, just connecting these inversions, having fun. Notice I wanted to kind of demonstrate how important it is just to get your right hand. And the side slipping stuff is so useful. So again, that was just like the top note, what I would call like a chord melody, you know, like a melody note. But then you put the chords to it that support it, the shapes, the inversions. You can always take with that A minor 6. I was on this inversion. Go to D minor 6, or here. Or here. So always practice that little exercise. One, da do da do da do da do. You know what it comes from. One, do 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 do. Comes from that little lick. So get used to doing that. It's really exciting for chord soloing. And then again, you can see how important that diminished 7 chord is, to how easy it is to kind of navigate through the dominant chords. Every time you have a dominant chord, A7, now, or sorry, E7, flat 9, diminished 7. Now I was also talking about this is now getting a little bit more advanced because I was doing a couple other things here. Let me say that again. A minor 6, diminished 7, 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 and then A minor 6. And make sure you go backwards. Diminished 7, A minor 6, diminished 7, A minor 6, diminished 7, A minor 6, diminished 7, and A minor 6. So I'm going to go through that a little bit slower. This requires at this point that you really know your minor 6 inversions, and you're connecting them with the diminished 7 on the every other scale tone. This is an 8-note scale. This is what they call the Barry-Harris minor 6 diminished scale. A minor 6, B diminished 7, A minor 6, D diminished 7, A minor 6, F diminished 7, A minor 6, G sharp dim 7, and then A minor 6 again on the octave, and then D7, G sharp dim, minor 6, diminish, minor 6, diminish, minor 6, diminish, minor 6, diminish, minor 6. Okay, so again, that's the Barry-Harris method. As applied to minor swing, you can start to use these, just like the rhythm players doing this. You could go. So I did throw in a different diminished there. I gotta show you on the D for the D minor 6. Just sliding around chromatically. You know, you go. Just connecting those. That's really nice when you have those three. Another thing I was showing today during that private lesson was I hit the low E, and then I did the diminished 7 with a lower approach note like this. Beautiful. Wes Montgomery uses quite a bit. So again, you have the G sharp dim, but you approach it from the G dim. So you get this chromatic approach note. And then this. Just keep sliding it up. It's going to be... And then when you think about it, it's from the scale, this scale. It's a symmetrical scale, half full diminished scale, this. And so that's the... on an E7 chord, you can use that half-whole symmetrical diminished scale. It's really beautiful. You know, going on, which I've talked about, and I have on the worksheet for the minor swing chord soloing, is tritone substitution. So on the E7, you hit that B flat, purple haze. So E, always do that, this. B flat, E, B flat, E. Pretty wicked lick like that too. That's tritone substitution. And Django does that on the 1937 version of minor swing. He's going E7, B flat 7. A minor 6. Many of you probably have, maybe already do it that way. E flat, E7, B flat 7, and then. So guess what? You could do that with your chords. If you're doing the proper dominant 7, you could go E7, B flat 7, A minor 6. E7, B flat 7, A minor 6. Do you want to practice those inversions? Let's do it up here. E7, B flat 7, A minor 6. See, it sounds good, just like you do with rhythm. And this is where I'm going to give my little spiel. Everything you do with chords and rhythm guitar, you got to be a rhythm guitar player first. You got to really understand the harmony before you get fancy. I kind of stress that too. Again, with all the leads, a lot of people jump right into the leads without having a strong understanding of the movements of the chords, substitutions. But if you do that first, if you really get strong at your chords, then all the chord soloing, leads, that will all really give it more depth. So again, that's a great exercise. Actually, I don't even know if I have that one printed out. I might have to create a study. E7, B flat 7, A minor 6. All the inversions. E7, B flat 7, A minor 6. That's tritone sub. E7, B flat 7, A minor 6. That's beautiful. Just like you're doing chords again. E7 with the root on top, B flat 7, A minor 6. That was cool. So again, think about that. That's really going to add some layers, some depth to your chord soloing, some color, adding that in. And then, of course, along those lines, I have the augmented. I'm getting a little carried away here, I realize. So you got the Barry Harris, got the tritone subs, got the augmented demo, you got diminished sub, of course, side slipping, and rhythm. I can't express how important it is just to get funky, get rhythmic on these shapes. Notice a little add-on note, put the diminished. And then you resolve it. I love it. It creates this tension. Django did that too. So again, don't ignore the right hand. Just get in the rhythm of the syncopation. Notice the added notes. Tritone. See? Turn around. Tritone. Inversions. Diminish. Tritone sub. Again, you can start to mix and match diminish and the tritone sub. And the funny thing is, if you didn't already know this, when you have the tritone substitution, E7 and B flat 7, they share the same diminished 7 chord. So you don't have to like change it. But again, you can kind of start to mix and match B flat 7 and then the diminished. E7, diminished. See, it's the same diminished. And then A minor 6. Barry Harris. So again, practice that. I hope that helps you with chord soloing if that's new for you. I've got a lot of great studies on Patreon, of course. Sweet Georgia Brown, Dark Eyes, Jazz Standards, Autumn Leaves, huge. So again, you can take all of those etudes for the chord soloing. It's all demonstrated with PDFs and stuff, sound slice, and then you can practice it and apply it to your favorite standards. And also chord melodies. So thanks for checking out this lesson, you guys. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Cheers.